Hey, everybody. I want to just kind of remind everybody, and this is Mickey from the 12-Week Accountability Group. And thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me just even this 1 minute of your time. And today I'm going to talk about sharing and why, when you're in accountability group, it's a big deal that we give everybody time. So I make the groups a little bit smaller so that, and when they get real big, it's because I snuck too many people in, which is true. And we also, we are sharing as a big part of that. So sometimes we go over our hour, and we go over the hour because it is sharing is as a prosperity tool. It is a way to build community. It is a way to create an environment, but it is what I call the foundation of reason. It's the foundation of reasoning. When we're sharing our thoughts and we're working it through, it is kind of where we get that deeper confident wisdom. And that deeper confident wisdom is that we're telling people what we're doing, but we're also getting a response. So when you are talking to people and you're like, what is that? A lot of times when you're listening to someone, they're going to give you some sort of keystone item that you go, oh wow, I need that. And that is what sharing does, is it gives us, again, it gives us that super basic foundation of reasoning. And it doesn't have to, sharing doesn't isn't about righteousness, that when you're in group you're not going, I'm right and you do this way. Never, never. Sharing is not about righteousness. So a lot of times we are so used to this outer world, thinking that sharing is them actually being righteous. And that's not sharing. Sharing is impartial, it's practical, it's dependable, it has integrity, it has wisdom, it is a truth. Sharing is a truth. So when you are in community and you're sharing, you really want to not get to a righteous position, because righteousness does have a form of honesty, but it's not actually part of being in a group. It is not part of being in that foundation of reasoning. You have to be willing to share your truth, your wisdom, your integrity. And you have to also be impartial and practical and dependable. That's what sharing is. And when you are listening and being with other people in that way, it's surprising. Now, we have some other theories on this, but when you are in your truth, sometimes something will come right out of your mouth and you didn't even know that that was there. And you go, wow, that was brilliant, right? That, I believe that when we are in a safe environment around people that support us, in a community that is thoughtful, kind, generous, and loving, that it allows us this little imaginary bubble of safety. And it also allows us this little imaginary bubble of, I am cared for, I am loved, I am safe here. And so then, right, when I say, oh, it's a foundation of reasoning, it is that you get this magical opportunity to speak your truth. Just pop it out. It just, something comes out and you go, oh, wow, I didn't even know that was going to happen. And is that's really the muscle that everyone's learning to use, is that by sharing, we share in our truth, we also find these pieces of knowledge within ourselves and within our journey and within our contemplation and review that are not only important for you, but sometimes they just kind of come from this higher self. And when you are speaking truth from your highest self, and then you're speaking it into community in a thoughtful, loving way, it also becomes an amplification of, of a very healthy message to each other, of kindness, of generosity, of caring, of being valuable as someone in the group, but also bringing value to that group. So sharing takes a while. And for people who are new in communities that don't have the patience to listen to what everyone has to say for those 3 or 5 minutes, it can either be one of two things. It can feel like this is a YouTube video I can't get off of, or it will feel like, wow, this is powerful. And the more that people get used to being in a safe environment and comfortable with their truth, the more truth that comes and the more that is revealed, not just for yourself, but for everyone. And so when you are sharing in group, I'm so appreciative. I am genuinely, I have learned so much from everyone in that group that it fills my tank too. It's not just am I leading this group, I lead this group because the people that are in that group are people that are going to achieve something in the world, and they're going to walk through and they're going to resonate with all of these other people. And as you become better at being you in a natural, thoughtful, loving way, and you get happy when you are sharing your truth and you get feedback that is right, impartial, that's practical, that's dependable, that part of truth and sharing is again that practical tool. I can't extend and offer greater than to say, if you speak your truth, I'll stay impartial. And that I can be dependable to do that all the time. That's a really powerful thing to have in yourself, as a friend, as a partner, as someone in business. That sharing from a point of truth is again, it's the foundation of reasoning. And that foundation, when you get it, it changes everything, because now you can feel stable somewhere. And if you can be stable in a group of people that you didn't know, other than these little squares on the group, if you can be stable there, you can be stable out in the world that maybe doesn't always have your back. So thanks for having everybody's back. Thank you for using the chat box when we're in group, because there's really a lot of powerful things that happen even in the chat box. So thank you for being here. If you have something that you want to add to people, there's a comment section. Leave it, because people read those comments and they are another way, another tip, another tool. But again, there's a big difference between truth and righteousness. And we're not here to be righteous. We're really here, again, to be impartial, practical, dependable, because that's the keystone. That's the keystone opportunity, is that when your truth is coming out and that wisdom that's coming from your highest self and it's filled with integrity, that's the time I can get my keystone from you. So have a great day. Thank you for even being here. It's a big deal. And I sure do appreciate it. See you soon.